of the 5th edition. Join our various gaming groups as we play the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. And maybe just hang out and chat about gaming in general. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Hey guys, Jim here.
And Kelly.
And welcome back to the Unlucky 13, or that is day 13 of the 30 days of the D&D challenge. And Kelly, what is that?
I believe it's favorite puzzle or trap?
Yes, I tricked you into that trap. Ha ha ha.
Uh-huh.
It is your favorite trap or puzzle of Dungeons and the Dragons. Just because we all know it's fun to say D&D that way.
Yeah.
So, Kelly, what is your favorite puzzle or trap?
I don't know. I mean, there's lots of interesting ones and stuff, but I kind of gotta go with a classic. The Mimic. That's like one of the biggest FUs to the characters. It's like, ooh, pretty shiny, and then nope, it's a mimic and it wants to eat you.
That is the most devious of trap/encounters, because, you know, it's a chest, and then my hand sticks to it, and it sprouts a giant mouth, and my greed is my downfall. No!
Exactly! That is like the biggest trick ever.
And then you get super cute memes like the one I shared with you this morning.
That was so funny.
There's a chest and a woman chained to the wall, and it ends up being both their mimics.
Yeah, it was cute.
And of course, we've seen funny ones like the
Adapt
mimic
or die, loser. I mean, that was funny.
Nothing more terrifying than a ship that's a giant mimic. And there's totally been some homebrewed stuff of like tiny pet mimics.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants a little vase that chases things around to eat them.
Nom, 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 nom.
It's the ultimate mousetrap. So for me, I'm going to go with one of the most devious traps of them all. From the classic Gygax's Tomb of Horrors. At the very entrance of the dungeon, there is this yawning demonic head that looks like a portal into the dungeon. And any adventurer worth his salt would say, well, I'm just going to have to get on my hands and knees and crawl through this portal. And the problem with this portal is it's obviously one of those that shows that when Gygax wrote that adventure, he was totally burned out as a GM and just wanted to murder everyone that goes in there. Because there's an orb of annihilation inside the yawning mouth of the demon.
Yeah, it's a murder portal.
So literally anything put in its mouth is instantly destroyed.
That is just like...
And there's nothing worse, because even the Knights of the Dinner Table had this joke about it, where they would go through the portal, and then they have to go in the other room with the GM and bring some dice and a paper bag. And then when they come back, they're wearing the paper bag with a smiley face or sad face on it, and the rest of the group's like, what's in there? And they're like, there's only one way to find out. And it's one of those that, yes, it's totally a FU move, because it's both a trap and a puzzle. Because it requires someone to go through at least once and get wiped out. Or a 10-foot pole. Let's not forget, 10-foot poles are there for a reason. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Was there for a reason.
Yeah, but it's just it's just too cruel. And, it's like, it is designed to just destroy a party, and you know how I feel about those.
Yes, after all, the Tomb of Horrors was literally meant to kill players off, period, because the lich that lived there absorbed their life forces and they couldn't be resurrected. So it's totally one of those dungeons meant to just attrition out player groups. They weren't actually meant to achieve anything other than to lose their high-level characters. And that's literally what he said later on, that was the whole point of that dungeon, was just to make players start the game back at the low levels. Because that was back when you died, you started back at level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then you find out there's a teeny tiny passageway off to the other side that you're most likely overlooking, and not the obvious open demon mouth to walk into. And by the way, as Kelly said, yes, it was totally a GM dick move to just wipe out players that way, but sometimes you have to do that.
Call the herd what?
Sometimes you have to do that. Just saying. And besides, it's good when your GM's got burnout to totally say, hey, let's do something new, and the player's like, no, we don't want to do something new. Game Master for us, monkey. And then Game Master's like, okay, there's either an endless supply of orcs coming up the hill, and eventually you'll get laid low, or we'll put you in a dungeon that's not meant to ever actually be accomplished. But you'll think it is.
And you will just be throwing your people at it nonstop forever. Yeah, no, I don't approve of that type of, it's just too, I mean, if my character's going to die, fine, I get it. It happens. Especially, but if I can get that character a good death, then that's one thing. But that's not a good death. That's just dickish.
That's just murder hobo.
No, that's not even murder hobo. That's just dickish.
We'll have to agree to disagree. Oh, wait, I agreed. Alrighty, guys, we'll go ahead and keep it from becoming a very bad trap and wrap it up there. And if you totally haven't checked it out, last night on our Twitch stream, we did our new Scythy game. Check it out. Kelly plays a murder bot. She enjoys that just a little too much.
I've always wanted to really do a murder bot. I'm just saying. Watch the world burn, people. Well, at least the character,
Just something like that,
Yeah,
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back for the 14th day. It's going to be ridiculous when the D&D challenge and the RPG a day run into each other, right?
Overlap, yeah. It's going to be brutal.
It's going to be insane. It's going to be great. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Please follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/CPPN to never miss a show or stream.